if I ever meet someone and we have like, oh, okay, there might be something here, might be a relationship, and then she just goes to listen to any episode, I'm done. I have to figure out how to tell her that, hey, I think we work really well together, but please do not listen to the old episodes of Haiyaa Pod. I'm a different man now. Big thanks to our sponsor, BetterHelp, easy and affordable online therapy. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/Haiyaa. That's betterhelp.com/HAIYAA. Ever since I've put that yacht photo on my dating profile, I've been getting more matches. Matt. And I highly recommend it. Welcome back to Haiyaa Podcast. So recently, I was in Mykonos. I took a few photos of me on a yacht. And then I put that photo on my dating profile. I've been getting more matches on Tinder and Raya. So you tell me, people, what does this say about society? I'm wearing the shirt that I wore on the yacht. Matt, you recognize this?
Yeah, it's sad. Right? I felt like a proper fanboy. I was like, oh, that's the shirt you wear from the yacht photo.
Matt's getting a bit creepy lately. Matt's been stalking me.
It's just I look at your face and your outfit so much when I'm editing. If you wear an outfit, I'm like, oh, that's from that photo in June.
Why are you looking at that photo?
Because we used it in the podcast.
We did. Oh, yeah. You put it in the podcast. Yeah. Sorry, see? I just thought you were just creeping on my Instagram. That's what I get, listeners. I don't get Instagram hoes creeping on my Instagram. I get Matt Bentley vining. I get producer Matt scrolling through my Instagram. That's how sad my life is.
This is why you fly me out places.
Yeah.
I'm your biggest fan.
Yeah, Matt is my biggest groupie. Matt is my Instagram hoe. Matt is an Instagram hoe I don't get to fuck.
We got massages together.
That's true.
We go to dinner.
I pay for your that's true. In Thailand, in Bangkok, I pay for your massage. What other podcast host does this for you? You do podcast producing for a few people, right?
Yeah.
Anyone ever bought you a massage? A nice dinner in Bangkok? Anyone fly you out to Bangkok?
No.
This is crazy. So yes, welcome back. I'm with my biggest Instagram hoe / fan, producer Matt is in here. We are pre-recording this because when this comes out, I'll be somewhere in Australia.
Yeah.
So we decided to, jump in earlier, record something because it's nicer when it's in person, And I'm flying off to Jakarta tomorrow. I still haven't packed yet. Very excited. I'm gonna go see my my Indonesian fans. I hear I have a few there.
That was good.
Yes.
And this is only a week in advance. Like some podcasts will like bulk film, and it's like 6 months, so everything's dated.
How do people do that? They film a podcast 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Like, what do you talk about? Right? The pandemic's over, inflation's terrible, but inflation it's in fact affecting me, man. My builders, I have some builders in it. They bought some stuff, when the renovation was going on.
Yep.
They bought the materials. I knew what kind of price range it was. And then yesterday it was 3 times the price range. I was like, wow, inflation's really, really hitting me.
Was that just for their materials, or was that also for their time as well?
No, just for the materials.
Okay, I can't put my prices up yet then.
No. You don't get to put your prices up. I'm losing money doing this podcast, as we've established. As of recording, our previous episode hasn't been demonetized. Yeah. But we've been getting a lot of comments saying that we shouldn't use the beep sound.
Yeah, I know. That's what they want us to use, the dolphin noise, but surely that's more annoying.
But I don't think we need to do that. I think if we get demonetized, we get demonetized.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. As long as the word fuck doesn't appear in the first 30 seconds of a video, I think that should be okay. This is the stuff you should know, Matt. You should know the YouTube world.
I do know the YouTube world, a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Okay, but maybe your information is not current anymore.
No, that's true.
Yes.
When I came back to doing this podcast and uploading, the whole interface was so different.
The world moves on without you.
It does.
In a few years, you're going to be that racist boomer character. Yeah, back in my day, it was just Britain for British people. Gemma, look at these immigrants that I'm working for. Look at this immigrant who's flying me out to Asia.
You call that a thumbnail? That's not a thumbnail. Wait, why aren't you using block colours and text?
Yes.
Why aren't you using a shitty PNG on it? Yeah. What's going on? Look at the emoji I want to use.
Yeah.
Nigel hates the emojis. I always send one over with an emoji on it. He's like, Matt, it's not 2015 anymore.
Yeah. Matt's idea of YouTube is stuck in 2015. Remember if people used to do on Facebook, there was a title and then big laughing till crying emojis? like on each side of the title.
Yeah.
That's Matt's like aesthetic.
I might have to do a fun little montage here of all the rejected thumbnails I've had since we've been working together.
If we ever do a Patreon, one of the content ideas I had is just screenshots of our WhatsApp conversations. That'll be funny.
Yeah.
You'll see how snarky I am on it. It's not supposed to be snarky, but WhatsApp, I don't have time to type a long reply.
There's not a lot of nuance in WhatsApp.
Yeah. So when Matt sends a thumbnail, I say, shit, mate.
Yeah. No, but recently I've noticed you've been nicer recently. You've been, oh, maybe try this. I'm like, oh, he's trying. He's
trying.
Being nice.
Instead of saying, I hate this, do it again, I say, maybe consider, have you thought about maybe changing the color?
It's like, maybe don't do it so it doesn't look like shit.
Yeah. I don't have... Okay, now I guess I'm in London, so I'm not rushing to an airport. But when I start traveling, expect those texts.
I know.
Yeah. And no block colors in the background, please.
Yeah.
Do something. Seriously, listeners, have you ever seen a YouTube thumbnail with a block color? Just a... You know, you go into Paint, and Microsoft Paint, you click the paint bucket, the paint bucket symbol, and just fill a bright color in the background. Have you ever seen a thumbnail like that?
It makes the image pop.
It doesn't. It makes the image look cheap. It makes the image look like it's designed by a 6-year-old who just learned MS Paint.
That was the episode with Maria, and it was like, because the comedy club was quite dark and things, I thought, oh, I'll just chuck a block color behind it.
Yeah. And this with Maria. She's a beautiful woman, and you put her in front of like a purple.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. You're like, we need a bit of background.
Yeah, true.
Okay, you can shop in a background, that's fine. Or you can use the existing background, brighten it up, add a color overlay, that's fine. But we don't have to get into too technical terms. I think one of our Patreon, if you ever do a Patreon, we should do like rejected thumbnails from producer Matt. And people can laugh at you.
I could live stream me doing thumbnails, sending it to you, and just waiting for your response. And I'm like, guys, is he gonna hate it or love it?
Can we actually, in this episode, overlay some of the thumbnails?
Of course.
Your beautiful thumbnails you've designed.
I might touch him up before I
No,
send them.
do not touch them up. I want listeners to see how bad they are. And then I'm like, you thought it was a good idea sending this to me? Do you know how busy I am? Do you want me to review this? You gotta pretend you're me. Put yourself in my shoes, okay? People keep saying I need to have more compassion. Where is other people's compassion for me? I'm rushing to an airport. I'm on 5 hours, 4 hours sleep. I'm taking a red eye. My first week in Jakarta is 5 flights in a week.
5 flights in a week.
Bali to Auckland. I'm taking a red eye. Bali has a transit in Melbourne. Melbourne to Auckland. I land at 1 p.m. My first show there is 4 hours later, 5 p.m. And then a second show at 8 p.m.
Oh my God.
That's my schedule. So before you send a thumbnail, you just ask yourself, what will Nigel say?
I might just start sending them to your manager and get him to do it. He can take it. He's got the thick skin.
But listeners, we will we might start to do some bonus content for you guys.
Before we start the next topic, what does red eye mean?
Red eye means you fly overnight and you land in the morning.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah. See? That's what I'm dealing with here, people. Matt doesn't know what the word red eye means.
I don't know what these like slang rich people, you know, you're on yachts, you're doing
Listen,
red eye.
Rich
I just
people
don't,
don't do red eyes.
Oh.
Yeah. Rich people. It's not a poor... okay, it's not me trying to save money. It's just the only flight available.
Yeah.
And it was so tight. You know, Bali, I have the day after Bali off, then Auckland the next day. And Bali to Auckland, there's no direct flight. So,
Yeah, but the viewers aren't going to feel too bad for you. I mean, you'll be on a bed, I guess. You'll be
on
business,
a bed,
right?
Yeah, I will. But
oh, poor Nigel.
I know.
No, Emirates business. Oh, so tough.
Have I told you why I like Emirates business?
Because it's amazing.
Well, it's not just that. It's because Emirates, the plane, has two floors.
Yeah.
So on the ground floor, and the bottom floor is the economy people.
All the shit munchers.
Yeah,
like
and then on the top floor is first and business. And at the back of the top floor, there's a bar. And I like it because I can go to the bar all the way at the back of the plane, and nobody will judge me. You know, the economy people are not like looking at you, judging you. They're all on the bottom. You know, they're all on the bottom of the Titanic. I'm up there sipping kava. I might pop down to the trenches. Hello. But I fly too much. Gotta make it easy on myself. It's for my health. I have a weak heart. I need business class. I have a weak heart. You know?
If you fly me out again, I'll say the same. Like, I need business. Nigel, I need business class.
If you ever make that request, I'll just hire a new producer in Bangkok or Indonesia or wherever. You don't know how good you have it, Matt.
I know.
Yeah. I pay my invoices on time.
You're actually very good.
Yeah.
You're the best client I work for in terms of paying straight away. Very nice.
See?
I do. See? No. I give you shit, but also you deserve that. It's very nice.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, better thumbnails, please. Better thumbnails. Now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp, which is something I've used before. And Matt, you recently started using BetterHelp too with my discount code with Haiyaa, 10% off. What do you think? We need some personal experience here. What do you think?
I think it's very good to be able to speak without judgment. I think everybody needs that. I think you need time to actually be introspective. Is that the right word? But to take the time to get to know yourself better, I would say.
What do you think your therapist will think if they listen to this podcast?
I think they'll probably advise me to stop doing it. If you've never tried it, it's worth doing because you don't realize how much you have to say until you start. Because you might think, oh, it's going to be awkward. What will I talk about? It's like free association. And once you get going, it's kind of exciting in a way. You think, wow, I didn't even know I had that built up inside me. So, I would think if you've never tried it, and with this discount, it's worth doing.
So you're saying doing this podcast has been good for your mental health, you know? Because sure, I bully you, but you get therapy afterwards. This podcast is very self-contained. It's actually better for your mental health to be bullied.
I guess the therapy outweighs the bullying.
Yeah.
So it's on the scales, and most of the time, the therapy's here. So that's good.
Okay. See? That's how good BetterHelp is, listeners. Go sign up for it. It's remote. You can do it anywhere in the world. And the great thing is, BetterHelp is affordable. You can do it over the phone. You can do it over live chat, over video chat, any sort of way. You can even DM your therapist. And the great thing is, listeners, if you sign up now, you get matched with a therapist within 48 hours. You know, you don't need to go on Google to find therapists near me. And then if you're in the UK, they'll probably all be busy because everybody is struggling these days. Everybody's struggling. So BetterHelp, they match you in 48 hours. Our listeners get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/Haiyaa. That's betterhelp.com/HAIYAA. Back to the show. So I went out with a friend for dinner a few days ago. And then we were just talking about our lives and then everything. I said, I moved to a new house. I have a guest room now. I have 2 bathrooms, so I have a guest bathroom. And I like making my guests feel comfortable, right? So I told her, in my guest bathroom, I have like very nice cowshed products. And then I have spare toothbrushes, contact lens cases, contact lens solution, makeup remover, and cotton pads. And then she was like, okay, hold up. If I go to a guy's place and he has a guest bathroom with makeup remover, like, you know, and micellar water and cotton pads, that is a red flag. So what do you think, listeners? Is that a red flag? If you go to a guy's place, it is a red flag for you?
I think so. It's a bit like sex dungeony.
What do you mean sex dungeony?
Why is it all just geared towards women? Why isn't there any like male
That was one of her
that?
critiques. So I'm like, fair point. So now I've bought some disposable razors. The Gillette type, not the Venus, the pink one with the curves. Okay, that's not... I really do just want my guests to feel good.
Yeah.
And it so happens, most of the time my guests are female. It just happens like that. I have my guy friends... Just yesterday, my Malaysian guy friend, he lives in Croydon, right? So it's a bit far outside of London. So when he visits, I just say, just crash, man. So that's why I have the contact lens stuff, because I use it, he uses it. I have guests of all races and genders staying over, okay? But, you know, it so happens most of the time, it is a woman staying over, right? And I just want to make them feel nice. You need to make the hoes feel comfortable. You know, make them hoes feel good. And then they make you feel good. Yeah. Kidding. But yes, I get the point. It needs to be unisex stuff.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Makeup remover, maybe it's too geared towards, the hookup situation.
Yeah.
I get it. So I need to take that advice. If I ever want to be in a relationship, which I feel like I'm ready if I meet the right person now, if I meet the right Instagram hoe, I'm ready to settle down. I'm ready to settle down, as my tour is starting to wrap. I'm in the midway point of it, but as it starts to wrap up, I think I'm ready to meet someone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
But in the meantime, get them hoes over.
Gotta make do.
Yeah, we'll make do with some Instagram hoes. But, okay, and then I get her point. You don't want to, put out the image that, he's just a complete fuckboy. He has just cotton pads. Women just come over.
This
and just
happens
sleep
all the
over.
time.
Yeah, this happens all the time.
Yeah.
So there needs to be a balance there. So they sent me this article about women going to a Tinder date's house.
Yeah.
And then they go, they just go to their bathroom, go to the guy's bathroom, and then they just look through the bathroom and see what kind of stuff they have. And that's how they figure out that, this guy is actually living with a girlfriend or a wife. He just hid all her stuff away.
But that's a huge invasion of privacy, right?
I know. But I also get it. I guess it is not very nice. But as a woman, you're at a guy's place. You still don't know if the guy could be a murderer, So I am on the woman's side here.
Really?
If you go to a guy's place, if you don't know the guy well, you should run through his stuff. If you find an axe under the bathroom sink, fucking run. Get an Uber. Okay? Because I don't know. It's because when women go to a guy's place, I don't know, man. I'm thinking from their perspective, compassion. I'm thinking from their perspective, it's kind of scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
As a guy, you can get into an Uber, I can just fall asleep in the Uber. Nobody cares. But as a woman, my woman friends tell me they get into Uber, they have to stay awake. Share their location.
Yeah, sure. I'm just saying, the woman wouldn't like it if the guy was going through their bathroom cabinets and stuff and looking through all their shit.
Yes, but the guy also usually isn't in as vulnerable a position as the woman is.
No, true.
So I think it's not very nice, but maybe it's a necessity sometimes.
How are we on the opposing sides here? I should be on your side.
Listen,
it's so weird.
I am very woke.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this about me, Matt, but this is the wokest podcast of all.
Yeah.
This podcast is woke as shit.
That's why it gets demonetized. It's so woke.
It's because of you. You come up with your, Britain for British people. Shouldn't these people assimilate?
Oh, for God.
Right? This race mixing has got to stop. Wouldn't it be funny if Matt is one of those people, every time he comes over to record a podcast and then he goes back home, has dinner with Gemma, his wife, and then just eating a steak, and you're like, do you know what this Chinaman said to me today? You won't believe what this Chinaman said today.
Who does he think he is in his townhouse?
Yes.
In central London.
Chinaman should not use Pharaoh and Ball paint. You can't even pronounce Pharaoh and Ball, Chinaman. But anyways, she was saying I should have unisex products. I went on a tangent there, sorry. And I agree. If I ever want to settle down with someone, then yes, unisex products are coming. But let me read you the article of the TikTokers who go to the guy's house, right? I snooped in my date's bathroom cabinets and realized he had a girlfriend. Heading back to a Tinder date's house is surely a sign that things are going well. But what happens if you spot subtle suggestions that he may have a secret girlfriend? And these girly products that I'm talking about, strawberry scented shampoo, hairbrush, hair dryer, a selection of beauty creams. And I'm reading this, I'm like, this is the stuff I use. Hairspray, hair product, hairbrush, I have all those things, and strawberry scented shampoo. Ew, gross, terrible taste. So, I mean, the guy or the guy's girlfriend is terrible, terrible taste and stuff. Strawberry scented shampoo, ugh. If a woman came to my house, she would think I live with another woman because I have very nice things. I have cow shit, I have Aesop, and to be fair, I use the makeup remover myself sometimes. So I think these TikTokers need to have a look in the mirror and be like, you need better taste in men. That's what I'm saying. So I realize now, if I ever want to not stay single forever, I need to change up my guest bathroom a little bit. Maybe just toothbrush, toothpaste, unisex stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm with you on that, definitely.
I think the problem is I've recorded too many episodes of Haiyaa Pod now. This is what, episode 30?
Yeah, 31.
31, holy shit. This little pet project has gone on for 31 episodes.
Yep.
Initially, I was like, I'll do this for a few eps before my tour kicks off. Then I'll just kind of end it because I'll be too busy. But I seem to keep doing it. I know it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun to lose money and chat to a... I'm essentially paying to talk to a British guy to learn about this culture. This is my cultural exchange program. This
What
podcast.
a guy you get to speak to.
Yeah. The quintessential Brit. You know, Glastonbury and COVID. I can't work over COVID. Oh, the Habibi builder guy was here yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did he call you Habibi?
Yeah.
Oh, I love
always,
it.
always Habibi.
So
always
cute.
Habibi. I
That's
know.
so nice.
But because I've recorded 31 episodes of Haiyaa podcast, if I ever meet someone and we have like, oh, okay, there might be something here, might be a relationship, you know, and then she just goes to listen to any episode,
Yeah.
I'm done. I have to figure out how to tell her that, hey, I think we work really well together, but please do not listen to the old episodes of Haiyaa Pod. I'm a different man now. Okay, I'm not as much of a fuckboy anymore. There are no more Instagram hoes in my DMs. I've cleaned up my DMs.
Matt doesn't research them for me anymore.
Yeah.
He doesn't sift through the emails for Instagram hoes.
And then he prints out the photos and the age.
We have a board
and
meeting after.
we got the measurements down,
Oh, God.
the pros and cons. But no, I don't know. I think because I went to Soho Farmhouse with a friend, right? And then I was reviewing the podcast because I work when I'm on holiday. Something Matt will never understand. So I was listening to the podcast out loud on my laptop, right? And then my friend, who's just this, she's a nice person.
Yeah.
I'm just platonic friends, guys. We're just friends. She's a nice person and just a nice. Her humor, my sense of humor can be a bit too harsh and dark and aggressive for her. So she listens to the podcast and she's horrified. And she said, Nigel, what is this? This is the Habibi episode. And what the stuff I thought was funny, I was like, oh, you listen to this. You gotta listen to this, man. And then I played the episode where I say, my builders, you know, I have COVID. It's not COVID, Habibi. It's not COVID. You know, the impression of my builders. I thought it was pretty funny. Then she listened to it and she was horrified. And that's how I know we can't stay friends for much longer.
Why was she horrified? You didn't even say anything
I know.
offensive.
I know. But that's a good barometer.
Yeah.
You know, if I ever meet someone I think there's a potential for a relationship, I'll just accidentally play the podcast in the background on the car ride back, you know, just play it. If she laughs, then that is, you know, I know she's the one. But if she gets horrified, oh my God, what is... Ugh!
You're doing the soft launch of your real sense of humor.
You have to be able to accept me for who I am, honey. Right?
Yeah.
That is me. That is me. Sure, I have the Uncle Roger, the food humor, the little dirty jokes, but I also have this whole facet of me where I go a little darker sometimes.
Where do you stand on paedophilia?
I think there are pros and cons.
Shut up.
Okay. Say what you want, but pedophiles will care a lot about the environment because it affects the people they love, the children.
I'll say, actually, most people I've mentioned that angle to, they always laugh. They think that's very funny.
See? So they'll be the first ones to recycle. They will be pro gun control because they want to stop school shootings. Don't kill my babies.
Oh my God.
Like, we should give them a chance. That's what I'm saying. Right?
Well, I think what you're trying to tell the listeners is if this channel ever gets deleted, it's because you've met the one and you're not even going to risk it. Like,
See?
no, that's it.
I don't know. If I meet the one, she should enjoy these types of jokes, right?
That's true.
Because if I delete the channel, that sense of humor doesn't go away. It's still inside me. And we'll be together for years. We'll get married and we'll have children. And then one day I'm like, will just come out and I just keep pushing down the no pedophile jokes, no race mixing jokes, no Hitler jokes, no COVID jokes. And then one day it'll just pop off.
Yeah.
I have to repress, and then one day it'll explode. You know, I'm probably having dinner with a mother-in-law or something, my mother-in-law. And then one day it just...
Oh, God.
And then that's bad. It's not going to work. So I changed my mind. It will be painful if I lose someone because of this podcast.
Yeah.
But if we're meant to be, she will like my sense of humor.
Yeah, true.
You know?
I mean, the true test, we'll get them on this podcast. That'll be their like initiation.
Oh, and Matt can be the
Mediator.
Yeah, and then you can like write some notes down and then tell me afterwards, Nigel, I don't think she's for you.
Yeah, she winced when you said race mixing.
Yes. I don't even wince anymore. You know, producer Matt, he doesn't even wince anymore. He's used to it now.
That's so bad.
You know?
That is such.
Like he winces when I don't mention race mixing.
I'm like, when's he going to talk about it? This is so boring. I hate how I've been corrupted on this podcast.
It's fun though. It's fun.
30
Listen,
episodes.
there's no agenda on this podcast. We just say random shit. And yeah, we should get some Instagram hosts on the pod. You know, I'll see who, because when I'm traveling, we can't film together in person. So what if I rent to the studio and I just talk to some hosts?
Oh my God.
Right?
They just think it's a nice chat and when they see the title of the video. First Instagram hoe on the podcast. They're like, oh.
How does it feel to be an Instagram hoe? You know? I kid. I will. I probably will. I mean, I might get someone on the pod, but I need to know them a bit better first because surprisingly, most Instagram hosts are kind of boring. You know, they don't have a lot of like thought running in their heads.
Oh God,
Okay.
that's such a stereotype.
Yeah, being an Instagram host requires you to shut down a lot of parts of your brain. You know, it's like being an athlete. The same thing. You have to. Sometimes if you think too much, you're actually not a good athlete because you can't lose yourself in the moment.
That's true.
Right?
Yep, yeah, that's
so
true.
Instagram hoe needs to lose herself in the moment too. You know, she's on a yacht. She's like, oh, I don't really like this guy, but I guess, you know, he's paying for me to do this and this and this. So, okay, let's shut the brain off and enjoy this Prosecco. Enjoy this champagne on the yacht. You know, so Instagram hosts, they need to be dumb.
That was a very quick save from Prosecco to champagne. In case any Instagram hosts are listening, you're like, no, champagne.
Yeah, champagne. We'll open some Dom, okay? We'll open some Dom. Prosecco for my hoes. No. You need to have some class, Instagram hosts. Don't settle for Prosecco. I did have a falling out with that woman though, with a friend of mine who was horrified at the Soho farmhouse stuff.
Did you?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
no.
because she was a friend I knew from last year, but then last year to this year, I think my life has changed a lot. And then I realized when we were in Soho farmhouse. Soho Farmhouse is just a hotel in rural England, listeners, if you don't know.
Near Glastonbury, actually.
Yeah, don't say that word.
We were almost in
please.
the same.
Listen, I was there for 3 days, 2 nights, and I was working. So let's not lump me into your group, okay? But I did have a falling out. And I think it's because we were hanging out for like 3 days, 2 nights, right? And then I realized, oh, we just have nothing in common. And when you have nothing in common with someone, you know, you don't. It's fine, but if nothing in common with someone and you're there with them for like a long time, just small frustrating things starts to build, and she never really understands. And like, put it this way, she's the kind of person. She is a nice person, maybe a lot more empathetic than me. So okay, this is what I said, right? When it comes to business, sometimes you lose people. Right, you people don't agree with you on certain business decisions, and then you have a falling out, and you just have to be okay with that, right? You in my career so far, I tried to bring along the people who I've worked with along. I've tried to bring them for the ride. So my writers, my openers, you know, I think we all have a good relationship. But every now and then, sometimes people feel entitled to more than what you're offering, and then you have a falling out, so that kind of thing, and it just happens to me. That's just part of doing business, you know. Sometimes success, you have to lose certain people if you want success.
So what was she saying?
She was saying, well, I think you shouldn't put business over friendship. She leans on that side. I think there's no wrong answer here, right? And I should have said, well, that's why your career is the way it's going. But I didn't say that. I thought that. I'm like, everything in life takes sacrifices, right? And as long as sometimes business decisions, not everybody will agree with what you're doing, but you have to do it if you want to build a career.
Yeah.
Just say, sorry, it's business. If you want to stay friends after this, I'm fine with that. But if you don't, I understand as well. So that's what happened, you know, a couple times in my career so far. And I'm okay with that. It's just the price you pay for success. I think some people out there will don't want to pay that price, and that's their prerogative. That's okay.
Yeah.
But I think then it's hard that you're gonna have to let some people go sometimes. That conversation I had with her was the biggest rift in our what do you call it? Our personalities.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
You know,
it's like two completely opposite ideologies, I guess.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. So two sensibilities.
Yeah.
And I'm more of a business career, you know. If I lose you, I lose you. You know, I treat my friends well, but if I lose someone for the business, I will do it, you know. But for her, it's more like, let's just be happy together and stick with our friends and just be together and happy and smiling. She's never had to make that choice.
Yeah.
Right? Because she's always been, I'm not going to give away what she does, but she does, she just works like 9 to 5,
sure.
and a stable job, that kind of thing. She's not an entrepreneur. And every entrepreneur I've talked to, when I meet people who are entrepreneurs and I say this kind of thing, they're like, yep, been there, done that. Every single entrepreneur. So yeah, that's the kind of thing. I think that's the fundamental rift we have. She's too soft and nice. I'm too harsh and business oriented. So at the end of the trip, I was like, well, yeah, I don't think we have that much in common.
Did you say that?
Well, we kind of have I kind of went on a little bit of a rant. So in a Yo Sushi. I was hungry, don't judge me. So there's that. Sometimes you lose people in your life, right? People always say you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most. And sadly, Matt is one of those people. So it's really... What is my life going to be?
Lots of holidays.
No. And I'm stuck with him. I see him once a week for 2 hours, and I'm texting him most days.
It is. We do text a lot,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, I know.
Almost every day.
People, if I ever date someone, they're going to think I'm cheating on her with you. You know, late night texts, of voice notes.
Yeah.
And I have to leave you a voice note. I have to answer your text. I have to listen to your voice note. Sometimes I have to go to the bathroom because I don't want to wake the woman up. So it just looks so sketchy, doesn't it?
Looking at the photos I've sent you.
Yeah, there's a lot of photos, and then it just pops up. WhatsApp pops up. Oh, image from Matt. Imagine if I'm with a woman and she sees that.
Yeah.
Right? So,
So we were meant to do this podcast a bit later on today, and you changed it to the morning, which is fine. I could do that and you seem very, very stressed in your text. He's like,
Yes.
Your fucking dentist is
yes,
messing me around.
I got fucked over by my dentist.
So what's going on there? Let's unpack this. I feel like your therapist today.
Where do I start? This is my BetterHelp. You know, it's not bad. Matt is my Instagram hoe and my therapist. That is great. So where do we start? So I'm doing Invisalign, and this dentist, very skillful, sure, but we've just had some trouble scheduling because of my travel schedule.
Yep.
We've had to move some stuff, and something always goes wrong. They either lose my retainers in the mail, or before Mykonos, I was supposed to go see him, but he was like, sorry, Royal Mail hasn't delivered your parcel yet that contains the I think a set of retainers or something. So I couldn't see him, so we rescheduled. So this is the 3rd attempt at a visit. So I got a call from him, not even him, I got a call from his receptionist.
Yep.
I think Monday, 3 days ago, saying that, I'm supposed to see you Thursday, 11 a.m., but there's going to be a train strike on Wednesday. So Dr. is wondering if we could move Thursday, 11 a.m. to Thursday, 1 p.m. I was like, hold up. Like, first of all, this doctor only works 2 days a week.
Oh, is that why you text me about the train strike?
Yeah.
There's not even a train strike today.
Exactly. So, train strike Wednesday, and this dentist is saying he can't make it into his clinic Thursday, 11 a.m. How long is this fucking train strike? It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was so mad when I got that call, and I was answering it in my phone, so it's just like loudspeaker in the phone. And I was with a friend, and she just saw me like get really angry. She's like, okay, let's cool down a bit, Nigel. Let's cool down. And then you can't yell at the receptionist because it's not her fault.
No.
I just need to yell at someone. I just want to shake the dentist like, fucking drive. How long have you been a cosmetic dentist? Now you make bank in London. Just fucking drive to... My God, should I order an Uber for you? If the train strike's Wednesday and then you say, oh, I can't make it at Wednesday 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Sure, I
makes
understand
sense.
that.
Yeah.
But a train strikes Wednesday, and then they're like, oh, we anticipate there might be a spillover effect on Thursday, so I can't make it Thursday 11 a.m. Like, what the fuck? What is this spillover effect? How long is this strike? What, are you just sleeping on the train and then just the train strikes, so the train's not moving, you're sleeping on there and you're still midway through to London? Like, what's happening here? You can't take the bus? You can't walk or order a cab? 11 a.m. I'm driving to the dentist.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
It's
fucking
quite
insane.
entitled. I remember before there's been like huge strike for 24 hours.
Yeah.
And everything, like tube, everything. And me and Jem had to get to work. So we split a cab and it cost like 60, 70 quid. But we had to. It's our job. So we had to do it.
You know,
And he's a dentist. He makes loads of money.
he makes loads of money. You know I'm flying to Jakarta tomorrow. Like, don't fucking fuck with my plans, man. So I'm gonna see him later. This will be my last visit to him. I'm never using him anymore.
Really? Oh, you made your mind up?
We finished the Invisalign course now. He's gonna put the little metal brace on.
Yeah.
Then no more. I don't want to see this fucking guy. And it takes me like 15 minutes to drive there. It's like, he's just fucking me around. He only works Tuesday and Thursday. Who does that? And then sometimes I'm free on a Saturday. Can I come in on Saturday? And I said, no.
He's got good boundaries. He's set good boundaries.
I hate this guy.
He's got to a point in his life he doesn't have to work 5 days a week.
Well, he's lost business then. He's lost business. I'll no longer be a client. 2 days a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought Matt was bad. This dentist is terrible. So that's why we had to reschedule this a little bit.
Yeah.
See, I'm even mad now thinking about it. Can you imagine?
Don't say anything before he gets you in the chair. Make sure you do it afterwards.
Yeah, that's a problem too. Because you can't piss him off. He'll fuck up your teeth.
Right. Exactly.
That's the problem with dentists. They have a lot of power over you.
Yep. It's like, oh no, I didn't use enough painkiller. Oh, does that hurt? Oh no, I'm so sorry.
But I just need to find someone better, man. I think I need to start going to Harley Street. That's where they do all the cosmetic shit.
You're such a celebrity these days.
I mean, I think
Harley Street, man.
if a dentist does work for celebrities, the dentists know that they will complain.
Yeah.
Celebrities complain a lot. So the dentists will actually try. They'll actually try to get to work the day after a train strike at 11.
Yeah.
11! I remember when I had a day job, train strike day, I still went to work, like you said. We figured it out.
Yeah. If it's a bus or even walking, because all of central London is like, it's not actually that big.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
You take the bus to
part
somewhat
of it,
central.
walk part of it.
Yep,
get on a
exactly.
bike.
You get there a bit earlier.
Yep.
Fuck me, man. So yeah, I'm gonna start going to Harley Street. And then I can go do some shopping after my dental work.
Is he a white dentist?
He's Asian. That's the other thing that pains me a lot more too. Like the fact that he's
doing,
Asian.
man?
I like, You need to listen to my podcast.
Don't forget your roots.
Exactly. And as a wife and kids, this is the example you want to set for your children. Daddy, what's a train strike? Oh, a train strike is this thing you use to get out of work. I hope something happens to your family so you have to work more.
Oh,
Something small.
Say that.
Something small.
Oh my god.
Something small like, inflation and school fees go up. That kind of thing. That kind of thing.
They can't afford private school
Yeah,
anymore.
they can't afford private school anymore, and then you have to work more. And then you come crawling back to me. Nigel, I'll come to your house and drill your teeth in your house.
I'm glad you've clarified what you meant by that.
Something small.
Can't afford the new Tesla.
The new Tesla. You can't afford the ski trips for your kid, and then your kid gets bullied a bit, and then you're like, oh, I really need to send my kid to this ski trip. Let me make a bit more money. Me work like maybe 3 days a week now. Fuck me. I need to go to Harley Street, man. Because they will actually cater to their celebrity clients well. It'll just be me and Jimmy Carr getting hair transplants.
No flying to Turkey for you, Nigel.
No, you can't do it in Turkey. Our hairs are so different. I don't trust it.
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
Asian hair is different. I'll do it in Korea. So that's another. I'll probably fly you out to Korea. There's a podcast right after my hair transplant with my bloody head. That'd be very funny.
That'd be brilliant.
That'd be very funny. Just my head with like red dots on it. And then we'll still have the podcast.
That could be the next step in our friendship, relationship, work relationship. We get hair transplants together, and you can pay
I'm not
for
paying
it.
for
You
your
can
hair
pay for
transplant.
it.
It'll be fun though. I think it will be quite funny.
People get tattoos together. We do hair transplants together. Penis
too-
enlargement
That's
together.
too lonely, man. Oh, I don't need that, man. I don't know. Oh god, that's funny. That would be funny though. We both have hair transplants, and then we just sit there with like red dots in our heads.
Yeah.
Is that something you're considering?
No,
wanna do it?
actually.
No, not at all?
I genuinely have accepted my genes.
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
nah, it's fine. It's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a sign of age.
And
It's
also,
just
like, I'm
aging,
not-
what aging is.
Someone said to me, or I read it somewhere, and I was, that's so true. Aging, like a sign of aging, is a privilege because so many people don't get to live that far. Do you know what
That's
I mean?
what people at receding hairlines always say. That is their body positivity. They spin it. They spin it.
But also, like, I'm not, for your job and everything, I would get it if you were considering that, if you wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't really judge people who are in, like, your line of work who do that kind of thing. I get it.
Yeah, but I don't have time. Because right now I'm considering that or LASIK. You can't really do both because otherwise you're showing on a podcast with sunglasses and then like little red dots on my head, just bloody. It's just too much shit going on.
Yeah.
People will start asking about your mental health. If you do LASIK and hair transplant at the same time,
Yeah, it's a bit midlife crisis-y,
it's
isn't
been, are you okay, Nigel? Are you okay? This is what Michael Jackson, that's how he started. Are you okay? So one cosmetic procedure at a time. Like I'm already like finishing up my Invisalign. So let's like keep it at that for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because when you start doing all this shit, people will start worrying. There'll be an intervention. My parents will stage an intervention. You know. I hear you have some questions for me.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
So, guys, we did an Instagram story on the Haiyaa pod. Go and follow that if you don't already.
Yes.
And was asking for call-outs for questions. And it's something we're considering maybe doing if we get some good questions and if you enjoy doing it.
They usually aren't good questions. A lot of my listeners are like, I don't know what you call it, neurodivergent or dumb. A lot of my fans, I love you guys, but like, I think it's not that okay. They just don't put effort into it, especially when you ask a question on Instagram, and then you have that little sticker.
Yeah.
And then I have a 1.8 million account, so that's too much. But maybe for the Haiyaa pod, the quality is a little better because it's fewer followers.
Oh,
on
I
there.
didn't even do the sticker. I should have done that.
Yeah, see what I'm working with
This is
here,
what you're dealing
listeners.
with.
I have to teach Matt everything.
So I think your fans have maybe like got your number a little bit in the sense that, so this question came in from Ali Cakes saying, does Nigel make it a thing to sleep with someone in every country he tours in?
It's not a thing. It just happens sometimes. How do you make it a thing? It's not on my bucket list. I don't keep a list like that. It's just when you're in a new place, if I don't know anyone, I like meeting people. And sometimes it's a bit easier because I have a show and people know who I am and they bring me out to drinks and stuff. And sometimes it just happens, okay? It's organic. Just go with the flow. Life is short. Just gotta have fun. Move on. Next question.
So this one comes from Petra Ruby. And their question is, what is your next big dream or goal? Yes, the channel will carry on gaining subscribers and followers and you'll keep making videos and doing tours. But is there something you've been meaning to do for a while and haven't gotten around to doing it? Or is there a collab you really want? So I would also add on to that question, like, who would your dream guests be for this podcast?
I will get Jackie Chan on. That's the dream guest because
That would be amazing.
He's a great martial artist and he's also very pro CCP. So what not to like? He's a hero. He can jump over buildings and he's pro concentration camps. I'm like, Jackie, my man. My man.
God's sake.
You pioneered a lot of stuff, Jackie. And yes, Hong Kong people don't deserve their freedoms. I agree with you. But no, I would get Jackie Chan.
And is there anything, the other part of that question was, is there anything you've been meaning to do? I guess they mean like longer form things or a cooking show. I don't know.
I have been meaning to retire and raise my children
Oh, that's wholesome.
Yeah, that's an answer you cannot give in any interview or PR. So every time I get like a Straits Times interview in a newspaper, they're like, "Oh, what are your goals?" I'm like, "Well, I want to create bigger and funnier things, a TV show in the works, movie idea in the works," which is all true.
Yeah.
But what I really want is to retire and just make the videos when I want to, podcasts when I want to, raise my kids. I'll be a single dad. I don't give a shit. Who needs a woman? You know? Settle down with someone there. Probably I want to change the house. I don't like the vibe. I just raise my kids by myself so I can shape them how I want to shape them. No, okay. But in a slightly more serious note, yeah, everything will keep growing, and I think just making it bigger is its own goal in itself, man. Crossing over to the mainstream, like doing different formats, TV shows, and I'm still in the stage of my career where I'm exploring everything. You know, maybe I will really like acting. You know, I'll give that a shot. We're about to sign a deal with someone for a TV show. A pilot is about to get
amazing
into development with the proper. We can't tell who it is yet until you'll see a press release from it. But we're just about to sign it in negotiation stage. We have the contract. We just negotiated.
Congrats,
and then about
man.
to sign it. Thank you. Money's okay. It's not the best. It's not life-changing money, but it's a new foray into something new. And I try to do things that scare me. That's always very exciting. Keeps me alert. Keeps me feeling alive. And the Uncle Roger stuff, to me, I really enjoy doing them. And I like trying to find new ways of doing the videos. But yeah, you know, it is comfortable, and comfortable is nice, but you also want every now and then some shit that scares you, and then maybe lose a few more friends along the way, start rubbing shoulders with people in high society. That's what I want, you know, no more poor people friends. I just want to be, you know, find the next level of success. Yeah.
Cool.
Bigger. Any other guests? I want to get Ronnie Chang on the pod one day. He's a hero of mine.
Oh, but we need to make it happen.
The thing is, I think Ronnie is too busy to do this pod. And also, I think the thing about once you get into the Hollywood machine, you don't want to do these types of podcasts anymore because the risk of you saying something wrong is too high.
Yep.
And the rewards.
You've got too much to lose.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, once I start getting these projects out, I don't know. I'll keep this podcast up for as long as I can until I start feeling the heat. Goodbye.